I've searched... I'll wrap the gloves with insulating tape. It'd be best to bend the electric wires out of the pipe and into the tank room. Oh, get out of here. All right, that's that. All right then, let's flood the pipe. That should be enough. It's working. Keep going, keep going. Just one more. Oh, that's it. Just in time. An old wagon, like what used to be used in mines. It appears to have been built to transport heavy loads. It looks very solid and heavy. Huh, one of the wheels is missing. Perhaps that's why it was out of service. Huh. A pile of stones. Most of the stones must weigh at least 60 or 80 pounds. They look really heavy. This room looks less like a bunker than the other one. More a combination of a bunker and a mine. Perhaps the builder of this bunker used a remote part of an old mine? The rock face gives extra protection, and less earth would have to be moved. There's a crevice, a crack in the stone, about half a yard high. I can't really make out much, but the crevice seems to go up diagonally. The crevice has been cut, but the bars of the grate are very thick and secured in concrete. It's gonna take a lot of force to bend it or rip it from the stone. I almost drowned just now. And I want that to stay as an almost. An iron chain, quite solid and around 5 yards long. bunker room's on the other side. Maybe the door can be opened from this side? The bunker room's on the other side. I bet it opens the door to the main room. Got it. It would really be a coincidence if that fits, but I guess I need some luck sometimes too. It could really fit. It's a little smaller than the other wheels, but it's just as solid. Let's see. It works! Damn it, that's it. The planks aren't quite as robust as I thought. Weird. One of the planks is broken. Fortunately, the others are thicker and have lasted. There's a shaft down there. I can't see the floor. I can just see darkness after a few feet. Magnesium flares light up very brightly and can also burn underwater. Divers use them when they're way down deep, where normal lamps won't work. I'll hook the chain under the coupling. It's directly attached to the frame and should be able to hold plenty. Now I have to secure the other end of the chain somewhere. I'll move the planks to the wall over there. Still not much to see. The light only reaches a few feet down. Get out of here. It's disappeared. I don't even want to know how deep that thing is. I'm definitely not gonna climb into it. The planks are of various thickness, and some are much more worn than others. Perhaps they're made out of different kinds of wood. I'll take one of the thick, solid ones. I'll leave the rest where it is. I may as well just throw the chain down the hole. I'll just put the chain around two of the bars. If they're ripped out, I'll have enough space to climb into the crevice. That's it. The bars and the wagon are joined with the chain. The stones are adding real weight, and I can barely manage to get them into the wagon. The wagon full of stones must weigh a good half a ton. The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft, and it's full of 100-weight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. Alright then. I just need to make sure to get out of the way quick enough as soon as the wagon falls. Okay, the two bars have been ripped clean out of the concrete. Now there's enough room to climb up through the crevice. Let's hope that the crevice leads to freedom. Damn it! I crawl out of the trap and land in the Order's assembly room? Oh, this can't be for real. Fortunately, it looks like there's no one here. There's several folded cloaks lying in front of the chest. 5 or 6 of them. Does that mean this conspiracy is only made up of a handful of people? No clues. Nothing that might help me. Is this some kind of assembly room? A club room for the local necromancy and black magic society. Okay. As soon as I found Angelina, I'm out of here. There's a fire burning in the dish. That means that someone was here not so long ago. Hopefully they won't be coming back as long as I'm here. Not again. Why do I continuously find myself standing in front of locked doors? Ugh! Oh, hell. That's another way of doing it. Calm down now. Angelina's still missing. Perhaps she's been used as bait in order to lure me here. But why? Where's she now? Perhaps I should talk to Miss Valley again. She knows more than she lets on. The question is, what's with the Order? I mean, who belongs to it? What do they want from me? Ah! Oh. Who the hell was that? And now where am I? I've got to free myself somehow before whoever it is comes back. A green plastic bottle. I can't see what it is exactly. I'll shove it closer into the light. There's bright daylight streaming between the nailed-up planks. How long was I out for? A few shards of glass, probably from the broken oil lamp. They're curved and relatively thick. Huh. Kerosene. Judging by the weight, there's also still some in it. I could try to cut the bottle open. An old cleaning cloth. Quite obviously not been used for quite some time. I think I've got it all. The rag is now soaked in the kerosene. A thin strip of wood. I think I can reach it. Got it. I wouldn't be able to cut through the ropes with the strip. It's rounded off and it's really too soft. I better leave it there. Good. I'll hold the shard of glass in one of the beams of sunlight. I think it's doing it. The shard focuses the light and heats a tiny spot on the material. Now that oughta... Wow. Way cool. Oh, okay. I have to get there. That looks better already. That's much better. This rope was last around my chest. It's notably longer than the other pieces. Huh. The remains of what I was tied up with. Several pieces of rope, all between 1 and 2 yards long. The idea of these things is that you hang your suit or uniform over it to stop it creasing. You can then maybe brush it down, too. Let's see what's behind it. Interesting. A family tree. Hey, maybe it'll give me some pointers to where I... There, right at the top. Samuel and Catherine Gordon. Then is that the Gordon's family tree? So this house also belongs to a Gordon. Are they behind the whole thing? The Gordon's family tree, beginning with Marcus and Mordred and going up to Samuel and Catherine Gordon. Hundreds of years of family history, full of murder and suffering. Pretty ugly. I bet that thing hasn't always hung here. Looks like it belongs in a hall or a drawing room. It was probably taken down at some time and then stored here. Two landscape pictures. One shows a small rural town, and the other one a moorland scene. There's a brass plate under the picture of the town. There's something on it. Cardiff, 1812. An old kerosene lamp. Looks pretty big and heavy. The glass is missing. The windows are nailed up with heavy planks. I'm not gonna get out of here. It doesn't look to me like I'm gonna be able to loosen the boards. Not one bit. Fastened up for good. The office chair won't fit in here at all. It was probably brought here to tie me onto. The office chair won't... This place in the wall looks a little strange somehow. A secret compartment. Oops, a kid's toy. Nothing more than kids' toys. Some child must have made themselves a store here. I've already got the toy car. I don't need any more of those things. Exposed ceiling beams. Pretty rustic, all that. Exposed ceiling... There's some other stuff on the shelf. Looks like the mice have been at them. Some of the things have holes in them. A head! I think it's for putting your wig on, so that it keeps its shape. I can definitely use that. Damn it, not holding. They certainly don't belong together. Looks like tightly bundled material. Towels, bed covers, sheets, blankets. Perhaps the occupiers weren't able to take them with them, but also didn't want to just leave them to the rats and mice. That's why they bundled them all up as tightly as they could. The thing weighs at least 60 pounds. I'd rather not drag that around with me. The furniture's been covered to protect it from dust. And taking a good look at it, I'd say nobody's been here for years. A hallway with a stair at the end. There's a kids program on the TV.
Is there anything I can do for you, Samuel?
What the hell was that?
Hello? Yes. We've arrived. It's nice here. Everything's just like you said. No, Tom's gone shopping. Yes, Tom tied him up with rope. I know. The man wasn't very nice to me. But I don't think it's good that he can't leave. Yes, I'll keep watch. Bye.
I think I'm slowly going mad. There was a woman's voice. She called me Samuel, and I heard music. All right, now I really must pull myself together. Bobby's sitting down there, and Tom's somewhere around too. The pair of them have kidnapped me on behalf of someone who knows this house. But where the hell am I here? And more importantly, how the hell do I get away? Alright, the fire's out. It wouldn't have burned for much longer anyway. The cloth is so tightly bound that it's gone rock solid. Weighs a good... wobbles a little, but the back of the chair is supporting the head. Not bad at all. I'll tie the rope onto the binding, like that. Let's see. That works all right. I somehow have to draw my conscientious guards into the room. Okay, now I need to act quickly.
Hello? Everything okay? Oh.
Sorry, Bobby. Nothing personal. And now, let's get out of here. But where's all my stuff? I need my camera. Let's hope that Tom doesn't choose right now to come home from shopping, and that it's not all that far to the next town. Wow, the car seems to have withstood the impact well. Bobby must have had himself a sandwich. And there's the wrapping paper still lying there. That's a pretty old-fashioned cell phone. Modern ones only weigh about a pound and are no more than 12 inches long. Sure, I could call the police, but what would I say to them? Help, help, I've been kidnapped and I'm now sitting in a house somewhere in Britain. Or rather, allegedly somewhere in Britain. For all I know, I could be in Denmark. Or India. I need more information first. A finely carved wooden chest. Now are my things in there? Locked. Yeah, well, it would have been too simple otherwise. The lock in the lid kind of suggests that it's not going to be easy to get the lid open. Yep, so it is. The carving shows small circles over a line. Perhaps some kind of pitch information? This castle must be a few hundred years old. It would only ever have been heated with fireplaces back then. The chimney probably went through several rooms, so that it could give off heat all over. It doesn't look like there's been a fire here recently, but there are still a few charred bits of wood in the stove. I'll take one of the smaller pieces. Ah, now my fingers are all black. Who might that have been? The king of the castle? Well, it's funny that lots of folk like to hang carcasses on the wall. Some kind of banners or flags. Strange that no one's taken them. These things usually stand for history and tradition. And would somebody who lives in a castle like to have them with them? On the other hand, if you wanted to leave everything behind you, then probably these things would be the first. In Evil Dead, I thought these stag heads were funny, but this one here is pretty quiet and sure hasn't got much to laugh about. The circles are recessed into the wood. That means that they must be able to be traced on the paper using a piece of charcoal. Hey, worked well. You can easily recognize the circles as well as the lines. What if the circles on the chest are simplified notes? Notes which just give the pitch but not the duration of the note. Could the circles on the chest be simplified notes? Notes which just give the pitch, not the duration? If they really are notes, then there's a starting point missing. Perhaps you can begin anywhere, and just have to pay attention to the relative pitch of the notes with one another. That was it. I think. I didn't make any Always the same note. I'm guessing that the chest isn't as old as it looks at first glance. As far as I know, numerical locks like this haven't been around for long. You have to enter the right three-figure combination. Only, what is it? Sounds like it's done something. Got it. Combination worked. Alright, there's my stuff. Alright, I'll just take this stuff. I probably won't need the rest anymore. Oh, great. Wonderful. I'm in the middle of nowhere. The next house could be miles away, and Tom could be back at any minute. I think I better find out where I am first. If Tom does come back, I can always jump into the bushes.